All right, welcome everyone. My name is Kelly Vincent. This is Tina Mouse, and we're coming to you live from Scottsdale, Arizona. We're happy that you came on board here. We're going to go through and talk about these little DNA drops everybody's excited about. Somebody invited you here. We're so happy they did. You're going to learn all about the drops and what they could do for you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them, but just please wait till the very end and we will make sure to answer all your questions. If you don't want to forget it, you could type it in the chat box and we'll make sure and get to that at the end.
So yes, we clearly are very excited about this company that we have found called APLgo. It's a 9-year-old company out of Eastern Europe, but they just about a year ago decided they're ready to launch in the US and Canada and started getting the US license. So although it's an Eastern European company, the license, the business license, the merchant account, everything is US. So this is a US based company that we are a part of, that we just started working July 25th, and there's 2,000 people more than that have already said, oh my gosh, yes, not only do I want to get healthy, but I want to earn an income here with this company. And when they heard a webinar just like this one, they got pretty excited and decided to join the team. So we're going to tell you a little bit more about it. So if you've ever felt the calming effect of nature, that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about negative ions, and negative ions are byproducts of UV rays from the sun, discharges of electricity. So I'm going to kind of paint a picture for you. When electricity hits the earth about 8 million times a day, it supercharges the soil, the ground, which then fertilizes the food, the plants, botanicals. The electronic charges called negative ions grow up through the DNA of these botanicals. Then we eat them in our plant-based diets, which nourishes us. And those negative ions are used in our body to counteract all the things that we do every day that are bad for us, called positive ions, like all the things we love, like the bad food that we eat, the processed food, the cell phones, our cars, you know, smoking and smog and computers and the microwave and all the things that we love and can't live without are creating positive ions in our body. And those positive ions are contributing to aging and decreased and depression in your body, and cellular structural breakdown and metabolic breakdown and your immune system being harmed. So all of these things that happen in our body as we age, and disease and sicknesses, are caused by positive ions and free radicals and free radical damage. The oxidation in your body can be reversed and avoided and lessened by negative ions. So where do you find negative ions? Well, we find them in forests and rivers and oceans and, you know, thunderstorms and in nature. But how much time do we actually spend in nature breathing in these negative ions? Well, certainly not enough. But that is one of the reasons. That's why people go, you know, to the ocean on vacation. It's the negative ions that they get. It recharges their body. It increases their brain function. It's an anti-aging. So to get more negative ions in your body, you can either spend more time in nature, or you could get one of those negative ion infusers for your house. They have those bracelets that you can wear that create. And now for the first time ever, we have negative ion nutrition. So what exactly is a DNA drop? It's a plant-based supplement that provides an instant gratification nutrition to your body, because the company has found a way to recreate the lightning storms that occur naturally in nature, but they can do it indoors in this warehouse that they've built in a centrifuge machine that then powers up botanicals as highly charged as they can get, which allows us to then extract the DNA from the plants and the botanicals and infuse them into these hard candies. So what is that going to do for you? Well, when you suck on these hard candies, it has a mucosal delivery, meaning as you're sucking on it, the nutrients that we've extracted from the plants goes right into your bloodstream, right to your brain, and it is delivered directly to the parts of your body that need to utilize it the most. So these DNA drops, they're packed with this negative ion energy phytonutrients, micronutrients, antioxidants, and free radical neutralizers. I know there's a lot of big fancy words. So basically, what does that mean for your body? Well, mood balancing, right? Aren't we living in a time where people are more depressed and people's moods are changed drastically day by day because of the uncertainty that we're living in? So it's a natural mood balancer, a natural energy enhancer. It'll prevent that oxidative stress that leads to aging. Cell metabolism can be improved, enhanced immune function, balancing your nervous system. These drops work on every system in your body simultaneously because it improves intercellular communication. They can actually take the DNA from the drops, and when it hits your body and finds portions of your DNA that needs to be repaired, it will latch onto that portion of your body and start to repair it. I mean, really, by just sucking on a couple of candies every day, it's so good, so healthy for you. It has accelerated healing, improves digestion, and so many other things that can do, but it's so easy. It's such a simple process. It's not a powder or a gross liquid, a pill, a horse pills that you have to choke down, right? I think we're just sick to death of doing all those things. Instead, sucking on a few candies a day gives you the same effect and even better because it doesn't go through your digestive tract. You know, it's funny, I always see these commercials on TV for pills for gut health and digestion, but you have to swallow them. And they have to go through your entire digestive tract to be helpful. But if your digestive tract is what's having the issues and they're taking a pill for your diet, it just makes no sense. So I think APLgo has figured out the new way to deliver nutrition directly to your body.
I think that's what sets this apart from any other kind of nutritional product on the market is the delivery system and the absorption rate. Mm-hmm. I mean, it gets right into your system. It's not wasted like you hear in a lot of things out there where it gets broken down and you only get, 50 to maybe 30% of what you're taking. And at the end of the day, is that exactly going to be what your body needs? And this is, about 100% absorption rate. And it begins the minute you put it in your mouth.
And it's quick, right? You don't have to think about it. I used to have a handful of pills that sat on my desk all day long because I dreaded taking them. And sometimes by the end of the day, I would just look at it and go, oh, I'll just wait, forget it. I'll just do it tomorrow. They're so quick and so convenient. They're delicious. They taste like lifesavers. And they're safe. The ingredients are 100% safe. It's hand-picked, pesticide-free, non-GMO ingredients. They have halal standards. They have organic standards. Kosher. They have no allergens in them. They're completely unique. They're safe for children, safe for older adults who can't swallow pills anymore. And what it really comes down to is this. Given the choice and the same nutritional value, which hand would you pick? The one where you have to choke down the pills or the one where you get to, suck on a few little lifesaver candies every day? We're solving a major problem here. And the problem is that 90% of people in the US are considered malnourished. Now, not malnourished like you think of in third world countries, but malnourished meaning they have hardly any of the proper nutrition in their body at all, because the foods that we eat are so depleted, the soils are so depleted, the fruits and vegetables we're eating no longer even have the nutritional value. So if you can get something in your body that is 100% absorbable and has a massively high amount of the nutrition because it's pulled directly from the DNA and preserved into a hard candy, that's like such a win-win for us. So we've got 15 drops and 15 different experiences. Now, all those benefits I mentioned, that is for all of these. They all do that. But there's also some additional things that some people need in their diet and others don't. So the company thought, let's make some different drops for different people's experiences that they're looking for. So our daily collection that retails at $50, wholesales at $25. GRW. It's one of our most popular products. It's for natural immune system support. GTS is for active strength and stamina. This one to me gives me the most amount of energy. NRM stands for normal. This one's great for blood sugar regulation. You know, we're not curing anything or saying that we have the answer to any cure of any disease. However, a lot of people are taking this one to regulate their blood sugar. In fact, a lot of people who've been diagnosed with diabetes are sending us their numbers before and after taking this product, which is remarkable. We have Power for Men, which is prostate and testosterone support. We have Power for Women that supports your adrenals and hormone balancing, right? I hit that age where I'm now needing to take this one every single day, which is fantastic. RLX is for relaxing, for stress and anxiety, and people who have issues sleeping. SLD is called Move with Ease Slide. It's for people that need help with keeping their joints supported and bone density. And STP is like, I call this one the replacement for Advil. For me, I keep it in my purse because if I have a headache or I stub my toe or I have a ache or a pain that I need fast relief to, that's the one I grab. Our premier collection is ALT Alternate for easy breathing. It's funny because this is one of the instant gratification ones. Now, not all the products work instantly. Like you're gonna know that you can't really feel your liver being detoxed with our HPR, and our HRT is fantastic for people that have potential heart problems that maybe run in their DNA, run in their family. You don't feel your heart beating better, but I think it's the season. It must be the season because ALT is the one that I've been getting the most testimonies on almost on a daily basis, that they have allergies, asthma, they're having lung issues, they can't breathe, congestion, right? Sinus problems. And they're popping one of these. And I got to say, even myself, this week, I usually don't have allergies, but this week I woke up twice this week with the little bit of congestion that you know comes from just the morning. And sure enough, I popped one of these alts and it was like 20 minutes later, I was totally easy breathing. It was fantastic. ICE is for carefree digestion, another instant gratification product. And MLS is for gut health. We have two Premier Plus collection products, BTY, Beauty for the Inside and Out, and BRN for active concentration and focus.
All right, so we're going to go into a little detail on a few of them. The Relax, one of my favorite ones I take if you're somebody that has a hard time falling asleep, you can't shut off your brain, or you just have a lot of anxiety. You know, a lot of people have been giving their kids some of these that, you know, that are hyper and they just need to chill out for a minute. I wish I had these back in the day when I was putting my kids to bed. That would certainly last not too all night. But this is something that really helps you fall asleep and you wake up refreshed. Like your overall well-being is at full capacity. And I love this one. Take it every night.
BRN. I don't take this one every day. This is one of the, so people do ask, do you take all 15 products every day? No. I don't need help with some of the things that we mentioned in the product list, but some of them I do take every day. This one I take when I go to a networking group and I get, you know, 12 business cards shoved in my hand and I have to remember who's who, or I have to stand up and speak, or before a webinar like this when I need to pay attention, or I'm watching an 8-hour convention, you know, and I need to pay attention. Like those are the times where I take this. But we do have a lot of people that give these to their kids right before school every single day, and it helps them stay on track, stay focused, mental performance, and alertness.
Slide. You know, if you wake up in the morning, your knees are creaking, your feet are sore, and you just feel like you're wound up, this is something that helps you unwind, and it's really, it helps your joints. It's got anti-inflammatory ingredients in there. This one's perfect for people who are getting, you know, to that age where, you know, they're not 18 anymore, and you need a little energy and ease right from the start of the morning.
Well, this one helps the most with inflammation. And I think most people know that when you can control the inflammation in your body, you can control disease, because inflammation is the precursor to like everything bad that you don't want as you age. I love this product. I love the results we get with this product. We did a horse polo match event expo thing the other weekend. And this is the one people would take. We were giving people this one because they were walking around all day watching this polo match. And they would put it in their mouth and come back to the booth 20 minutes later and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't have I had knee pains half the day and now they're gone. And it's that instant gratification. And what I love about the products that are instant is that it just goes to prove that if these ones work this fast, the ones for your heart or your liver or your gut, maybe you're not feeling the results, but you know they're working because of these products that do work that fast. So BTY, another one you don't necessarily feel right away, although I have definitely noticed a difference in my skin. Skin texture, brightness, elasticity, collagen, the skin around my eyes it doesn't feel as crepey and thin. I think this is a great product. I mean, after all, your skin is the largest organ in your body. You should take care of it. And we also know that beauty comes from the inside out. If you're not putting the right things on the inside, it's going to be very difficult to maintain the outside. This is a great product for immune response and cellular renewal. It goes into every single cell in your body and renews it.
Nice. So this is perfect if you have digestive issues, any kind. I'm missing my gallbladder. You know, I was told to never eat anything good from that point on, like literally nothing with that's fatty or sugary. You know, of course, that's like everything I want. And so, but I've taken this, and here's what's amazing about it is it's not something that you're like paying attention to, like you're waiting. It's very subtle until you notice that, wow, I'm not having the problems I had, you know, when I know I'm going to have something happen if I eat the wrong foods. And this is something that literally works so well. The feedback I get from people I give samples of this to is amazing. Most people want to buy it on the spot.
So GRW Grow, I think this is a favorite. I'm going to even say that I think every person on this webinar right now who has already received products is probably taking this product. I mean, if you're not taking care of your immune system, especially after we just spent 8 months hearing how important it is to take care of your immune system every single day, and most people don't do much for their immunity. And this is the #1 product you could do for that. In fact, it just won a poll for the best new immunity product of 2020. Hair and nail growth and strength. I will say this, I've known, my mom was a hairdresser, so I've known when you have healthy hair, usually the inside, something's good is going on the inside. And if you've been around people that were, had serious illnesses or sicknesses, one of the first things that happens is their hair thins. It's just, I don't know, it's just one of those precursor things that when you see people with very healthy hair and nails, typically it means their insides are very healthy as well. So if you're looking for a metabolic balance, immunity, revitalized mood, or a feeling of overall well-being, this is the product for you. And in fact, for the month of November, every single order that leaves the warehouse in the month of November has an extra box of this in it for every single person. So we are all over the US now and Canada. We just launched in July, but we're also in 30 other countries, mostly Eastern Europe. We are opening, several countries are on the docket for the next 6 months. It's getting very exciting. This is growing very fast. The timing couldn't be better for a company like this, to have a company that has been solidly building and rising in sales year after year after year for 9 years straight. And then to be able to slide into a company like this here in the US, and help them double their growth in just 4 months is pretty remarkable. We do have the FDA registrations and like 29 other certificates of approval from all the many different countries. You know, it's funny, something we were talking about just in our meeting we had the other night in our house is that actually getting the FDA registration in the US is difficult. It's not an easy thing, but it's much easier than getting these certificates for good products in all these other countries that have way, 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 way higher standards than we do when it comes to supplements. So these are all, it's a great benefit and honor for us to have all these different certificates. So we have several ways to order. As a retail customer, you can get 10% off of your purchase product. We saw the prices when we were going over some of those earlier. Now that is only if you go through one of our independent reps. So they can give you one of their links. They have a link to a website. When you go to it, you click the shop button, you will become a retail customer, 10% off. If you're interested in getting on an auto ship, meaning every month you want to make sure you get these products shipped to your door every month, you get an additional 10% off your first month's product and 10% monthly. We do also have something that I think is the smartest way to go, which is called Prime customers. Our Prime customers are kind of like Amazon Prime, right? You pay a fee to get a better benefit. Well, the fee here is $25 and you only have to pay it once. As long as you place an order every 6 months, you keep your membership open and you get 20 to 50% off of those retail prices that we mentioned.
The $25 fee is actually free because you get a free $25 box of GRW that comes with your order. So really it costs you nothing until the end of November for that. So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so
I'm
ready
to go.
Being a customer, we also have a lot of people on this call with us tonight that have become associates with our company. Why? Well, you know, I think we're living in a time where people have really learned that having a side hustle is a good thing. Having an additional stream of income is a very good thing. And having a residual income that comes in regardless of what your day job is or isn't doing right now is an extraordinary thing and pretty crucial in the year 2020. I think we've learned a lot about how important that is. We do have 6 different levels that you can begin with the company from 100 to 3,000. We're going to let Kelly talk about that a little bit.
You know, and we always fail to mention the retail profits you can make by just selling your products. You know, there's 20 to 50% markup. And, you know, the greatest part about that is people just want to try it. You can sell them 1 box and then they come back and they want to order it every month. And of course, I always say you should be the Prime member. It's really $25 one-time fee. And you get the same discount as, you know, buying some of these kits here. And it's the way to go. It saves you the most amount of money. And the shipping is like, you know, total maybe 3 to 5 days, mostly 3 days within the US and Canada. And it's a very small shipping charge. So that's the way I would go. But there's 6 different ways to get started. If you want to be an associate, you could see the packs there. They start at 100 all the way down to 3,000. I'm going to talk about some of those individually. The 3,000 Diamond Pack is somebody that really wants to hit the ground running. And there's a lot of benefits to doing that. But I will tell you, the average person comes in at a $600 leader pack because it gives you one of every product to try out. Because, you know, once we looked at it, we're like, man, I just want to try them all, you know, because I don't know which one I'm going to like. Ironically, the 4 to 6 drops that Tina takes a day are pretty different than the ones that I take every day. And the way we found that out and to have a testimony on those, just to try them all. So that pack's very popular to get started with. But, you know, why do people do network marketing? And I'll just say this, you know, it's either inspiration or desperation. This year, I would say a lot of people have been in the desperation mode because they found out that, you know, their job's they can't count on their position they have. You know, that they might even not even come back to it. You know, that little $1,200 check from the government, you know, maybe lasted a week for some people. Not enough. You know, the people are learning every single day that they don't have certainty when they thought they did. And so they're looking at alternative ways to create an income or a backup plan. You know, and I think it's always smart to have a backup plan for whatever, just like you have backup power in case the power goes out in your house. If you live in California, that happened a lot in 2019 and 2020, where they just shut your power off. So if you don't have a backup plan, you're kind of out of luck. So the same applies to this business. And the greatest part about it is, when I say start a business, a lot of people think like a franchise. It's going to cost $1 million to start up a McDonald's. I think it's 3 million now. And you have to have $1 million in the bank before you're even considered. But, your average business startup, for whether it's a brick and mortar or you're starting a service industry, construction, drywalling, window tinting, you're looking about $250,000 just before you sell your first job. So that's quite a bit of money. A lot of people don't have that to start up with. But I want you to pay attention here, because the startup cost here, even if it was $3,000, is the lowest startup with the absolute most rewards of any kind of business that I know of. And the best part about it is you're not by yourself. You don't have to figure anything out. You're not locked in a room and said, here's a bunch of materials. Good luck to you. It's people literally wanting you to do extremely well. And they're there with you every step of the way to help you achieve the goals that you want to get to here. And, I could say this, our 3,000 startup fee that we started with, netted us a 5,000% return in just 100 days. So, and we're going to show you a little bit how we got there and how this all works. It's not just our efforts, it's a team effort. And if you've ever wanted to be part of a team where you're all locking arms, going in the same direction, where you want to be around positive, excited, turned on people that want to make a difference in their lives and in the world, then you found the right place, because this is what it's like. It is total fun. Everybody is supporting one another. It's a pay it forward method, so you're not left out by yourself. And, take a look at this right there in the middle, $167 billion a year industry. This is like not to be laughed at here. This is more than the NFL and Major League Sports, video gaming, movie industry. Who would have thought network marketing would be bigger than the movie industry? There's really, it's almost bigger than some of those combined on there. But, every single day, people are joining this kind of industry because they want something more. And so the question to ask yourself is this year, do I have something that I have write-offs by the end of the year? Am I secure in the position I'm in now? Well, I'll just tell you this. I thought I was secure when I started my own business, and it had a ton of startup costs. And I thought I was the king of the world when I had the little business card with my name on it. And I'm like, look at me, I got my own business, right? I'm cool cat. Only to learn that I really bought myself a job, and it was a 24/7 activity. Really couldn't go on vacations without massive amounts of stress. And I know people that have that know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's like 200% before you go and 200% when you get back. So really, it's like not even worth it to go on vacation because of all the stress and hassle that it is. So, everybody's missing something. Whether you're a doctor, you don't have time. Whether you're an employee and you're not making enough money, or there's no certainty, or you just don't like your boss or the people you're working with. Everybody has a reason that they could think of that would motivate them to take a look at this right now and become part of this awesome team. Because once you do, it's like a sigh of relief, because you're moving forward with something that's brand new to the United States and Canada, and which means awesome opportunity, because not a whole lot of people know about this. And these drops, they work. And when people try them, they like them. So, I hate the cliche of they sell themselves. They really don't, because it needs people like you and me to introduce these drops to people out there that can make a difference for them in their lives. So, but it is that easy. It's show and tell, something we all learned in kindergarten. All right, so, the right timing, the right company, the right product. You've heard about the product. The company is 9 years old, solid, has grown every single year since it started. very stable. And, you know, because of that, that's one of the things I was attracted to, by the way, is it's not a startup. But the other thing I was attracted to, it's just starting up in the United States and Canada, which means a lot of opportunity to really benefit from the timing part. So the right timing is, you know, every hour people are coming aboard this business, this team. And the question to ask yourself is, do you want to be at the top of those people coming in, or do you want to start here? Because every hour that goes by, somebody's joining this team. And that benefits you, by the way, when you take action and you see this and get started right now. So the right people, I'm just going to say this. Tina and I have been in this industry for a combined 25 years. We kind of know how this works really well. We don't like wasting people's time. We don't give people projects to do just to have busy work. We really are committed to showing people how to get from point A to point B. We do all the training. We do all the webinars. We do coaching. We even do parties at our house. You know, if you're part of the local team, we love doing events. So we really put everything we got into this because we're committed to that newest person coming on board, having a success story. And I know there's people on here right now that are part of the team, you know, that are just like so excited because they listened and they even told us, wow, I knew you said it was good, but I can't believe it's the most money and results I've ever had, doing anything like this. There's no way it's hard to imagine that it just gets better, and it does.
So there's 15 different ways that we get paid. We're going to go very fast. It's not something you need to understand right now, but it is something that might change the way you join the company with our Diamond Club that has a few more benefits, more income. But we want you to know it's not one way we get paid. You know, we actually make a lot of income on customers. When you bring customers and retail facilities that want to sell this person to person, you're going to get a 30% income from everything that happens there. So we have start bonuses. We have group bonuses by working together as a group. We have team bonuses. We have lifestyle bonuses, right? We have travel, and, you know, Sergey and Olga like to give away cash and pins. We all just got brand new pins, gold pins with diamonds in them this week. And there's so much here that it's overwhelming. Seriously, It really is. If you're overwhelmed, join the club. We were so overwhelmed when we started. We were like, all right, there's 15 ways to get paid. Let's try to memorize 4 of them. And that's still where we're at. We're like, there's a bunch, but really it's 4 main ways that if you can wrap your head around this, you're going to realize how much income there is to be made here. And I'm going to get back to this slide at the end so we can show you what our specials are. But like I said, customers, you can do person-to-person sales. You can do prime customers. You're getting 30% income. Parties, events, workshops. We have retail outlets that are selling these products every single day. A great way to earn income. Then we have a start bonus. So we have pre-packaged kits that can be ordered. They have different products in them. We're going to go over it at the end to make sure you get the kit that's right for you. But these kits all come with a commission. When somebody orders one of these kits, you can make anywhere from $10 to $600 commission immediately. And this is a daily pay, meaning that the minute that they order that kit, through our system, through the computer, you're going to see that commission pop up right in your back office every single day.
Then we have this is one you want to pay attention to. This is one of the big ways you earn income here. And they call it the ninery. I'm just going to make it very simple. You got a left team and a right team. You're putting people on the left team and you're putting people on the right team. You get paid for the lesser team volume. And you can see that example down there at the bottom. But, you know, if it's 10,000 on one side and 20,000 on the other side, you're going to get paid on the 10,000. And this is weekly, by the way. So you would make up to $3,000 on that lesser volume per week. Now, when I said up to $3,000, because you can, depending on the kit you come in, you can make 10 all the way up to 30% at that diamond level, right? So that's a number of the products that you could retail. You can give us samples and, you know, sell, but it's definitely many of every one of the products. But that status right there that they're talking about allows you to earn on a number of different levels that you don't have to wait for. Every other company in this industry makes you really crescendo up over a long period of time. You got to hit quote unquote ranks. And they kind of flipped the plan upside down and said, listen, if you want to start and you want to make the maximum amount of income from day one, we're going to let you do that. And that would be the diamond pack right there. So of course, that's a very popular pack. I will say there's the thing about the ninery for anybody that's a veteran here, you can have up to 8 different pay legs on your team. So that means that you can make up to $10,000 per week per leg on each one of these legs per week. So that's the weekly pay. And then we'll go to the next slide and show you even more, unless you wanted to add to that.
Well, I was going to add to this that they just changed this to daily. So
is it daily
now? It's daily. So if when you open up your back office and you know, I've got people that have been calling me for the last 3 or 4 days in a row, and they're going, oh my gosh, every time I open up my back office, there's more money, be it 10 cents, $2, $3, $4, maybe 600 based on somebody coming into the business that day. But every time they open up their back office, it seems like their wallet has more and more. It's like watching the stock market, except it always goes up. It never goes down.
All right, so I'll just say this. Here's what you really need to know about this one payway here and why timing is so important. Hesitation is a killer of all progress. And so if you look there on the right where it says 720, people are coming in and people are automatically being put in your organization. So, you know, really the longer you wait to get started, you know, the less people you'll have already on your team. I just learned there's some people on our team that haven't even bothered to look in their back office to see the hundreds of people that are already on their team that they had no idea about. So this is happening fast and faster than people think. So the quicker you come on board, the more access to your business growing that much faster.
So I love this way. It's the matching group bonus. And what this means is that we get to lock arms and do it together. Like Kelly said, you're not going to be, you know, given a book and said, all right, go study the book and good luck. We do it together. We work as a team. We do trainings. And every time somebody on your team succeeds and gets a paycheck as the sponsor, you get a little portion of that, beginning at 20%, which gives us more motivation to help our team make more money than they could possibly imagine.
Example of that last one, if your team member made $10,000 in 1 week and you're making 20% of that, we'll do the math. That's an additional $2,000 per week now day, because it's daily now. $2,000 on top of what you're making in that ninery payway. So this is incredible money you can earn here. And that's why I wasn't, you know, just throwing out percentages when I said 5,000%, you know, from the initial package purchase price. So, you know, this is what we call the back end of the program. Is this paid daily now too?
Yes, it is.
It's paid daily now. Okay. So again, things are moving quickly. If you're a diamond, you automatically make 10% on all 6 levels. But even if you're not a diamond, this is what's sweet about how they did this. Again, they flipped this upside down against the industry standard. You get paid the least amount of a percentage when you have the least amount of people on your team. That's flipped in just about every other company out there. They pay you the most amount when you have the least amount because that benefits the company. And down here, they pay you 10% on your 6th generation, which when you're going to have the most amount of people. So they really want you to get rewarded here. And you have to really try hard not to make a great income with APLgo. So the infinity bonus is just that 7th level down to forever. And that's when you hit some of the bigger ranks, national director through premier director. You make a 1% all up to 0.5%. Now, let me just say this. 1% on, hundreds of thousands of people is what that's going to look like in a year, possibly a year or shorter from right now. That's how fast this is moving. And that's a lot. That's a significant amount of income. When you're talking, we already did on this team or in the United States, $1 million in sales in just 3 months. So, just think about that. 1% of $1 million, right? Beyond your sixth level, that adds up to a significant paycheck right there. And I think this is paid quarterly. So this is again, I'm going to go through this quickly. You get a number 6, you get an activity bonus. You get rewarded just for being a loyal person that orders their product every month. A lifestyle bonus is something you make on top of that brute bonus that you're already getting, and you can make an additional $300 per month on that. And that's paid out in monthly installments. And then the entertainment, which is, it's like the cherry on top because you're already at this level making a lot of income. But from $1,000 to $3,000 is the cherry on top of what you're making. And that's when you hit national director all the way up to premier director. So this is something we tried to come up with. So do not, take this as it's solid because of the so many ways I just told everybody how you could get paid here. We just tried to kind of do an average of what it would look like if you signed up 4 new people a month and they helped 4 people. This shows a 5-month plan. Just pretend that, ignore the totals there on the right. And just let's say if this only worked 50% of what's down there right now, do you think that it's doable in just a year? Let's take that 5 months and extend it to a year, and you're making an additional half of 67,745 in a year. Well, I will tell you that all of these numbers are probably not exactly perfect. There's people right now on this webinar that have made down to level 5 right there within the first 100 days. So I do want to say that it's doable, and we're going to get better at our math to figure out, a more accurate way of presenting on how you could earn here with APL. And these are not even on all the ways you get paid here. So that just goes to show you how many rewards are in store for you when you come on board. You want to do this?
Sure. So luxury, if there's a word I can think of to describe Sergey and Olga, it would be luxury and generous. They're incredible people that run this company, that own this company. It's debt-free. They own every portion of it, from the planting and the growing of the botanicals all the way through the production of the, they call them caramels in Russia. But they are so generous. When they see people working and sharing what they've built over the last 9 years, this is their baby. You could see it on their faces. They love giving out prizes more than anything else. The watches, the iPads, the trips, the jewelry, the cash bonuses, even the pins, and the care that they take to make sure that it's real gold and has real diamonds, and everything is so luxury. And when you hit some of these top ranks, this top rank, you can even get an apartment in another country paid for an entire year. They're so fun. They love to have a great time. They love to make people happy. And I can't wait to go to one of the themed events. I think I'm more excited for the themed event than I am for some of the ways we get paid.
All right, tell them what you did today.
I just can't wait. I picked up my ball gown today. So we're going to a ball, like a Cinderella ball in a castle in Vienna in January. It's a trip that we earned already in our first 100 days here in APLgo. And I got to go buy a ball gown. Like, how many times in your life do you get to do that, right? So let's play the video, because I think this is just a small showing of the heart behind Sergey and Olga and what they have in mind for this company.
There's nothing worse than missing out on a gala you deserve to attend.
That's why APLgo founder and president, Mr. Sergey Kulikov, has invited a select number of leaders to his birthday celebration in January of 2021. This Golden People President's Gala event will take place in Vienna. There will be great banquet hall, a trip to the Vienna Opera, private meetings with the president's family, an incredible dinner at Porcelain Music Hall, performances from Vienna opera artists for the president's family's guests only, accommodations at the best hotel in Europe, unique Vienna cuisine tastings, via horse-drawn carriage rides. I totally understand that you've missed live communications with others, so I promise to give you a perfect celebration.
So this is a trip for national directors and higher. If you want to come with us on the trip, you have a little bit longer to qualify for that. So great luck to everybody. There is another trip that was just announced. You see there's a cruise ship here in the yellow. From November until March, they are giving away the second cruise since we've been involved. The first one is happening in April. I think there's a dozen people on our team that are going on the cruise in April. And then this one, the qualifiers from November to March, is happening next November. So if you are looking to qualify, now is a great time to get started and get involved so you can hit that trip and come travel the world with us. I know some of you are probably looking in the green and you're like, what is that beauty product? I didn't hear anything about that. That is launching here in the US in about 3 to 4 weeks is when we will be able to get it. It is an award-winning skincare line that is made in Germany. It also uses our patented Acumullit SA technology, which infuses negative ions into the skincare. And I believe we are getting a serum and a face cream, a mask and a cleanser is what I think we're starting with. It's so exciting. But this company's really put all the pieces of the puzzle together between the incredible opportunity to change your life with the kind of income you can create here, to the management team, our cool products, events and travels. And you know, who wants to join a boring old company? Nobody. If you're gonna do a side hustle, you better pick one that's fun. And I will say, this is, I think, the most fun we've had in a 100-day stretch ever, right? And
we love to have fun. We haven't even been to Vegas yet.
So we have a great sample program, which makes it super easy to share the products. I'm gonna even say this is the #1 way that people are able to recruit into this business is through the sample program. It is remarkable what 3 little drops can do for your health. And by sharing them with people, we're getting testimonies from people who've even tried the product just one time. That to me is remarkable. So I am gonna go back to the slide that showed the different kits. I think it's way back here because we do want to talk about the specials. There it is. So these are the prepackaged kits that we have. So if you've been taking notes or written down some of the products you're wanting to try, go ahead and pick the pack that has the most items in it that you've marked down that you're willing to try, that you're wanting to try. The 600 presentation pack is the most popular. It has 1 of every drop. Now the pack looks, this is this size. It has 30 drops in there. Again, I don't take them all every single day, but there are 6 or 7 I do take every day. Each drop has 6 calories and less than 1 gram of sugar. The sugar comes from beetroot and molasses. So it is all natural, 100% natural product. The $600 pack right now comes with an additional $300 worth of product. So if you come in today on the $600